Sean Strickland versus DDP2, and I'm going to tell you how I think this fight's going to go. When we look at the first fight, Sean Strickland versus DDP, it was razor close. Sean winning most of the striking exchanges, but DDP getting the takedowns. You know, he had 12 takedown attempts, was successful with 6 of them, and he had several minutes of control time. But personally, I just didn't feel it was enough to win the fight, especially to beat the champion. You know, when you fight the champion, you got to beat the champion. Now you move to DDP's next fight against Israel Adesanya. He wins by rear naked choke. Guys, this was a huge moment that he's, still shows that he's working his wrestling, he's working his grappling, finding those submissions. Then you look at Sean Strickland against Paul Acosta, although he won as well. Again, it's the same Sean Strickland. So now, when we talk about the striking difference, who I feel is the advantage of the striking, I'm going to give Sean a slight advantage in striking. I think he has an incredible Philly shell. I love how he hides behind that lead shoulder. He hides behind his jab. He hides behind his teep kick. He's a pressure fighter. But where DDP has success is he's so unorthodox and he blitzes, and it's really hard to time his blitzes, and it's even harder to find people to come into the gym and kind of simulate that kind of style. You know, we talk about how just unorthodox and goofy he looks. He always looks like he's tired. He's punching from different angles. He's rushing in. He's backing up. It's really tough to prepare, for someone like DDP, and that's why he has so much success. Every time I see DDP fight, I think that he's going to lose. I think he's going to be gassed out, but he keeps proving me wrong. From a technical standpoint, Sean is the better striker. I think his punches are cleaner. I think they're harder. I think he throws more volume. In the first fight, he outstruck him, 3 or 4 out of the 5 rounds. And the rounds that he did get outstruck with was only by a couple rounds. But again, I think in the judges' eyes, it came down to the takedowns. Now, moving forward, I'm going to give Sean a slight advantage in the technical side, but I'm going to give DDP the per se, just not knowing. Like, he's just unorthodox, guys, and it's very hard to prepare for. That's why but I am going to give Sean a slight advantage in the striking. Now we look at the wrestling. DDP having 12 takedown attempts in their first bout, securing 6 of them. Doesn't get a lot of ride time, but he did get 6 takedowns. Now, I think the fight is going to come down to this. Who has gotten better at wrestling? Has DDP increased his offense, or has Sean got better at his defense? And me being at Extreme Couture, me seeing Sean put in how much work he is in wrestling, having these incredible wrestlers come through, he's to try to take him down, and when he gets taken down, get back up. I really think Sean's defense is going to improve so much more than DDP's offense. DDP was always good at wrestling. How much does he focus on getting Sean to the mat? Because even when he got him down, he wasn't really able to do much, and, he really wasn't able to control the position. I think he only had like 3 minutes of ride time through the whole championship fight. And, when it comes to the grappling, I'm going to put it at 50-50. I think they're dead even in grappling. Even though, DDP does have a submission win over Israel Adesanya, I don't think those grappling skills are really going to play a part, because if and when he does get Sean down, I just firmly believe he's not going to be able to hold him down. We go back to the striking of DDP and being so unorthodox. I thought he did a great job in the first fight with his jab, frustrating Sean. Bang, hits him with a jab, he gets out. Hits him with a jab, he gets out. That blitzing style of forward. In a lot of Sean's fights, Sean is the guy, again, hiding behind that Philly shell, walking his opponents down, applying that pressure. And DDP, I felt, had an answer for it. But again, that's the first time they fought. We're moving on to the second time. I think the fight's going to be razor close, guys. Sean is a huge dog. I think I just saw him at plus 185 at William Hill. I think there's incredible value in that bet, being such an underdog and it being a split decision the first time. Really, the fight is going to come down to something simple. Who has gotten better in the wrestling department? Has Sean Strickland's defense improved, or has DDP's offense improved? I'm taking Sean Strickland as a plus 185 underdog, and I advise you guys to as well. We will see this Saturday, Sean Strickland versus DDP2 coming up this weekend.